take on the reigning national champion, the Indiana Hoosiers. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you for more on this Big Ten clash. Let's check in with Holly Rose.
We might not have said this a few years ago, but when Ohio State matches up against Indiana, it is a big deal. Keep in mind, the Hoosiers beat Ohio State in the Big Ten championship game last year on their way to the national title. But Ohio State knows they could be the team to beat in the Big Ten this year. It is all on the line for some early dominance when Ohio State takes on Indiana. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Looking forward to see how this one goes. Headed toward the ball, and we are ready for action. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. This crowd bringing an ear-splitting welcome to their visitors. And you can give all the credit to the crowd for that one. Offense, no chance, and call for the false start. So important to keep your concentration. Get off on the snap count, not before it. It's 1st and 15. He's dropped. The Buckeyes want to move quickly. Ncaa on the play action. Not able to hook up there, incomplete. It's 3rd down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. Plows his way ahead. Coming through that 3rd down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43.
Every offensive coordinator in the country, they come in the game, they have a script. They have a couple plays they want to go through to get their team settled in, get down and get in good 3rd down situations, execute on 3rd down. Nice start on this opening drive by the offense.
Here comes the heat. The throw. Oh, man, what a missed opportunity. Big fella almost got to run with the ball. Instead, it falls incomplete and brings up 2nd down.
Great coverage, great break on the ball. Had a chance to really make a big play and maybe even take that thing back to the house. But you got to secure the catch. We like to hit people more than we like to catch balls.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Fires to the right. Gets a hand in there.
That's one thing about this defense. They've got some dudes in the back end that can cover, and they can hang with some of these intended targets. Nice job swatting that one away.
Some 3rd down conversions tougher than others. This one a long one on 3rd down from the 43. Ncaa from the gun on 3rd down. Fires to the middle. Makes a connection. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a 1st down. That was a really well-run route on the curl to pick up the 1st down.
Yeah, and it's a nice job, too, by the receiver, getting his depth and then finding space in between the defenders, giving his quarterback a nice target.
And the Buckeyes are moving quickly down the field. Between the hashes, it's Roberts. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to...
Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Defense has it, they're on the move.
And that's a frustrating end to a promising drive. When you get the first drive, you start to go down the field, get in the enemy territory, thinking you might get points, and you do what you can't do. You make that mistake, put the ball on the deck, defense recovers, and gets the momentum in this football game.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Beebe. Stopped in his tracks. He got nothing. It'll be 2nd and 10.
And here's what you know about Indiana football. They're going to be physical. They're going to be so well coached and disciplined, and they're going to run the football. It was the key ingredient to helping Fernando Mendoza win a Heisman. Like the ability to RPO off of it. So, Palmer, I don't know who the names are going to be throughout the season, but
just plowing ahead. They get him stopped and out of bounds at the 45-yard line, and the big play has this offense ready to mount a threat. The offense getting set for a first down from the 45. Hits the hole. It's Richard. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
The run to the left. Powers through the defender. And to use that big, powerful, stiff arm to extend the play and pick up a few extra yards.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Dropping back, it's Hoover. Fires one high and deep. Intercepted. They were back in their own end and they stopped the drive. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. After that last drive, he came back to the sideline, and the coach probably said, "You're trying to take it back." Never underestimate the power of moving forward and creating breathing room as they mark it at the 17.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early enough, and there are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. The Buckeyes come to the line after the big connection and going back to work. Here's Sayin to throw. Time to take a shot. Hits him in stride at the 10. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Ohio State. That was a lightning-fast drive that ends with a touchdown.
If you can string a few more drives like that together, man, we might as well get our popcorn out because we're going to get a lot of scoring.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0.
That's just a mental error. On defense, you got to watch the ball. I understand the quarterback shouting and he's clapping and there's all this crowd noise, but you just got to hone in, watch the football before you come out of your stance.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the extra point makes it 7-0. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And the finisher coming on a touchdown pass from 52 yards out. He'll bring it out. It's Morris. He's got great speed. He's got it out. Wide open, and it's a foot race. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returners, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up, and it's because of that awesome kickoff return.
Extra point here will tie the game. And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. Those opportunities, those returns like that can be such game changers, and everyone was right on point, and he took it to the house. And he takes this from inside the 5. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. So here comes the Buckeye offense onto the field. They evened things up the last time they had it, and the defense helped them out and a chance to go on top with this drive. Give him a pickup of 2, now 2nd and 8. Last completion picked up a couple. Here comes 2nd and 8. Quick give. It's Jackson. And he's brought down after a short gain. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. Saying, trying to be heard about the noise. Gonna take a shot. Catch inside the 25. To the house. Touchdown, Buckeyes. Getting set for the point after. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish the drive with a 64-yard scoring toss. And he's going to bring it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. This drive will open from the 15. To run inside. It's Beebe. Nowhere to go on that one. That'll bring up 2nd and 10.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
The play fake. They're all over him. And down he goes.
What a great play by the defensive tackle. Look, sacks aren't just for very athletic, long defensive ends. These D tackles, man, they use their strength. They push linemen back in the pocket, collapse it, and come away with the sack.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
Well, after giving up that touchdown on the opening drive, they had a little bit of a come to Jesus with their defensive coordinator on the sideline. I don't know what he said, but he, I think, just invoked the fear of God into this defense, because this 3 and out has been sensational, dominant. This is the way they've got to play moving forward.
The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. The early scripts have worked trying to add to this 14-7 lead. Julian with the play fake. Unloads to the wideout. A strike downfield. Touchdown, Buckeye! And they take it in for 6 more points. That had touchdown written all over it from the moment he caught the ball. Big play, big run for the school.
Yeah, they had touchdown written all over because nobody was covering him. It'd be a good idea to get a hand on him.
Oh, and the extra point is blocked. Now he can return this. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. So see, quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking to pass. It's Hoover. Oh, pressure's coming. Right side, it's Preston. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
Great job by the quarterback thrown against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing him open.
He stopped dead in his tracks again. No running room to be found. They keep trying and have had very little success. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Second down, gonna throw it. Under pressure. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. They wanted to strike first and strike hard, and they've been able to do that here in the first quarter as we take a look at the stats. Now, the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. If this offense had a little extra time to think about it, let's see what they have on third down. Motion from the back. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And this defense is bringing the heat. Another sack.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
Trying to get started. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. Ohio State sending out the offense to start this drive. With the last drive in for a touchdown, they'll try to do it again on this one. He'll be brought down quickly after a very short game.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Play fake, say it. Rush right in his face. Interception. You don't see him make that kind of mistake very often. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. And the offense out on the field to go back to work. He's changing the play. To the air, it's Hoover. Rush is on, and they got him.
And, man, it's fun to watch a defense that really knows how to pressure the quarterback and that have guys that can win up front. That's the 4th sack of the day. We're still in the first half, but they got a bunch of guys up front that twist and stunt and move and know how to rush the passer. This offense has got to find a way to get the ball out quicker and protect better up front.
Wants to go up top on 2nd down. Out wide right, it's Barker. First catch of his career, and you see why they believe this freshman tight end can contribute early. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down. A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. Tackled right at the 43-yard line, and this D didn't let him sniff that first down marker. Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. Snaps it, and he has to have it. Gets drilled as he releases it, and the ball just trickles to the ground.
Well, they're unable to come up with that one on fourth down, and I remember this as a player. You practice specific plays on fourth down for those types of situations, and you know all week against the scout team, they've gotten really clean looks, easy to execute against. They didn't get a clean look that time, so you chalk it up to the defense and take note of it next time. You might not run that play again if you're in a similar situation.
Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Got a little space, got the first down, and the defense finally able to corral him at the 45. That will move the chains. The Buckeyes, really the entire state, they pride themselves on toughness. Establishing the ability to run the ball when they want to has always been important here.
Part of that Midwest lifestyle, but when you're Ohio State, you recruit at such a high level. You're going to get great offensive linemen, great running backs, so it's not a surprise that they're usually a physical unit.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going hurry up.
Play fake, Julian Ncaa. Look out! Find some time. They get to him, and down he goes, and that's the danger of trying to take a shot on second and short.
And that's what this defense needs to get going. You've given up a bunch of touchdowns. You haven't been great early, but now you finally get some pressure, get the quarterback to the ground. Now maybe start turning this defense around.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Now here's Ncaa. Fires to the tight end. He's not going to get there. Had to get it to the 35-yard line to pick up the first down. Now they have a decision to make on fourth. Fourth down, Ncaa. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. The decision to go for it does not pan out. Hits inside. It's Beebe.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
All over him immediately. Whistle blows. We are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. Well, they called that an ISO play, and it was isolated for a loss.
And they try to isolate a linebacker inside and really run the football right at you, right down the middle. But you better move those big defensive linemen out of the way and create some space. They didn't do it, and you could tell that's why the ball went nowhere.
Right side, it's Beebe. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. Changing the routes with his receiver. Got to make the play on fourth. He's brought down, couldn't find anybody and get rid of the football, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Hey, at this point of the game, fourth and short, no problem going for it. Fourth and medium, I think it's too early to start taking some of these chances. I think you need to just let the game play out a little bit and trust your defense.
Running inside, it's Rodgers. Made a defender miss. And he's tackled, brought down at the 19. They're into the red zone with another first down. Finds his man on the RPO. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a groove.
And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. The play in the end zone, and it'll come out to the 20 on a touchback. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Looking downfield, it's Hoover. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
Second and long here. He wants to throw it. Fires to the wideout. Left side is Marsh. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. That big explosive play carries them into plus territory. They'll snap it 1st and 10 from just across the 50. Fresh set of downs going up top. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Quarterback signaling to his guys. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Out wide right, it's Preston. Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one in this offense within striking distance.
I love having guys that have the ability to make something happen after they catch it. Simple hitch route, right? Okay, give me some extra yards. Get me a first down after the play. Nice job by the wide receiver.
Wide receiver going in motion. Back to throw, it's Hoover. On the move. And he'll just get rid of that one.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throw away.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Looking downfield very late in the half. This time he's got it. Runs it all the way down, almost to the 10. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 12. The Hoosiers come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Wants to throw one first. Buying time to his right. He just threw it away. The last thing you want to do is try to force something on first down in the red zone.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No.
Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. And they come up with a big play to make sure no more points go on the board before the end of the half. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Follows his blocks. It's Rodgers. Showing off that weight room work as he gets across the 20 and up to the 22. And as we work our way toward halftime, timeout on the field. Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on second and 4. Say it. Here comes the heat. pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, it is my pleasure to welcome everyone into the Week 7 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We begin with a look at SMU taking on the number 10 team, the Virginia Cavaliers. And it's the Mustangs with a statement victory here in a surprising result. Going into this game, they did not look like the better team. The victory gets this team to 4-2. It has not been a perfect start, but they are right in position entering the second half. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
The Hoosiers offense all set and ready to crank things up. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive. Just like they do at the start of the game, they've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a scoring drive.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some great game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down, scoring right here would be huge.
Looking to throw, it's Hoover. Unloads to the wideout. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
Making the adjustment. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Big hit, knocks the ball away, and it'll force him into a 4th down.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on.
Wait just a second. They're leaving the offense on the field. They're going to go for it in this situation. Needs it here on 4th down. Down he goes, and the defense snuffs out this drive with a sack.
That's a gutsy call. And I know the analytics world says to go for it more often, but when you're in your own territory and now you turn the football over to the other team, points are so much easier to get, obviously.
Headed to the end zone. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave him a little bit of everything on that one.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
The Buckeyes will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Ohio State. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead.
And you got to love seeing that if you're the head coach of this team, right? You always want to see your team start fast early in games and then also start fast at the beginning of the 3rd quarter. You had a big lead. You take the ball right away here in the second half. You drive it down the field, and you score. This offense has been dialed in right from the get-go. It's been very good.
Looking to convert the 2, and he will not. The defense gets to him with the sack.
Number 96, set to kick it away.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice.
And here's the 3rd interception of the night. Bringing it back. The 20. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Buckeyes. The defense takes matters into its own hands. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point splits the uprights. This offense plenty happy enough with the result of that play, so they just let the official put that flag back in his pocket and decline the penalty. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll move the wide receiver. Dropping back, it's Hoover. They're all over him. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense.
Goodness gracious. This is a master class, a clinic on how to get to the quarterback. The 7th sack of the game. Are you kidding me? That's a season for some teams. They've lived in the backfield.
And the Hoosiers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Back to pass on 2nd down. And the pass is incomplete, but the flag flies, and there was a lot of early contact there.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referees caught it.
1st down and 10. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. After the miscue, 1st and 15 for this offense. Tells the run, wants to pass. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down. After that last completion, it's 2nd down. Quarterback changing the play. Wilson to pass. Out of the backfield, he's open. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the 2nd half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
The Hoosiers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Drops back on 1st down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
There's nothing better than being a defensive lineman and a defense period that pressure the quarterback, that gets hits on him, that make him feel uncomfortable, especially when you come into their building and you get everybody really, really quiet. That's a great feeling.
Second down, gonna throw it. Out wide left, it's Richard. Makes the grab, down immediately, he picks up a few. Third and long coming up.
Hey, kill it. 214 close. 214 close. Kill. Hey, come on, team choice. 8-14 choice.
From the gun, it's Richard. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive yards.
A famous writer once said, most men lead lives of quiet desperation. Here is a desperate move, going for it on 4th down, trailing by double figures. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. Snapped on 4th down. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. And that one falls incomplete. A huge stand by the defense.
I like the idea to go for it there on 4th down. You're basically at midfield, and you've got confidence in your guys to be able to go out. You've got experience in this offense. Guys have made these types of plays before. That time, the defense stepped up. They bowed up and made a better play and take over. Now you need your defense to get on the field in a sudden change situation and get you the football back.
Timeout signal for by the Buckeyes. That's their first. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. Straight ahead, it's Rodgers. Got enough for the first down. Breaks into the open. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
David, I mean, you can take your hands away from your eyes. At this point, this thing is just defense optional. This is atrocious. Nobody wants to tackle in this game. Nobody wants to take an angle. It's another long touchdown. Great job by the running back. But when are these defenses going to show up?
Yeah, it's frustrating. It's hard to watch, man. Just we've got to get lined up, make sure you're in the right gap. You can't jump out of your gap. You can't guess. And these defenses, they're giving up big plays, and those are the ones that will kill you because it's points right away. And a lot of points in this football game, and these coordinators, they're not real happy right now.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. They couldn't draw up a drive better than that one. Just gashed them for the big play in the running game. 1 snap, 1 touchdown.
Number 96, set to kick off.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Indiana comes out ready to get this drive underway. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, and you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is
looking long. Inside the 35. And he'll pick up the first down, but he got drilled on that tackle.
After giving up that big shot defensively, how confident are you calling that coverage again? You're now on your own end of the field, and now your backs are against the wall.
One big play can really flip the script of a drive. It's 1st and 10 from just outside the 30. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Richard. He gets nothing, and they keep plowing ahead with the running game, and they've got very little to show for it. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10.
Kill it.
Wilson will throw. Right side, it's Preston. Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work.
And that's a nice job by this offense. They got to find a way to continue to string good plays together. They've had a few, but they haven't put 3, 4, 5, 6 together, putting a drive like this together. Now, let's go pay this thing off and punch it in the end zone.
Now from inside the red zone. Caught. Touchdown, Hoosiers! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Lining up for the PAT. Hit that one with some aggression for the point after. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish it by firing one in from the 13 for the score. Fielded in the end zone, it's Cross. Makes a move. He's on the loose. Can they catch him? They won't get him. It's a touchdown. Well, maybe they thought if they kicked it into the end zone that he wouldn't dare bring it back. Instead, he just dared them to tackle him, and nobody could. What an explosive return.
And those guys got so much speed, they ain't scared. And you could tell, takes it out, good blocking, give him a little crease, and you could see the speed. You don't put slow guys back deep. You don't see Jesse Palmer returning kicks. No. You see the fast guys, and you see an open space, and boom, he's gone.
Lining up to add another. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. You get a return like that, and it can't just be the guy with the ball who's right. Everybody has to do a job, and they did that in brilliant fashion on that one. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25.
Black 18.
Wilson to pass. Shoots it to the left. Missed receiver there. It's incomplete.
You want to know why this team is losing? Look no further than this statistic, guys. Their best receiver doesn't have a catch yet in this game. There they try to go his way again. The defense has completely shut him down.
Long way to go on second down. Looking to throw. Oh, pressure's coming. And here's a fumble way behind the line.
Great job by the defense forcing the fumble, but a bad, unfortunate bounce, and the offense pounces back on it.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. They'll send the back in motion. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. The quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough. Still 3rd down, but a little less manageable after that penalty. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Tight end getting vertical. He's not going to get there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down decision.
Listen, you hear all the time about how important it is to stay.
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. Snapped it, and he has to have it. Throws to the wideout. And the incomplete pass, they roll the dice. Snake eyes.
I know the analytics tell me to be aggressive and go for it, but in the second half, in these ball games, the analytics don't work for every single situation. And right now, you've set them up. I just hope this one doesn't come back to bite you right in the hiney.
The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. There have been few obstacles for this offense as they are starting to pull away here in the second half, Jesse.
And this has been a dream game for this play caller too, right? It's like anything that he's calling is working flawlessly, Dave.
Yeah, it's fun to be the offensive coordinator, but not the defensive coordinator. They have had no answers. It's been an absolutely miserable day trying to solve the riddle of this offense.
The corners are walked up tight. Midway point in the season, and games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the fourth. So the final period starts with a second down play. Right back to the well. He's got the first down. He's stopped, but he's got enough to move the chain.
And this offense has really done a nice job on the ground. Like, the ground game has been solid, man. Nice job opening holes, running the football. They've been consistent with the run. And as this game creeps along, right, if they can continue to do this with the lead, this is going to be a game that they're going to have in hand.
And he stopped right there. No gain on the play.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
Throwing St. Clair. Left side is Rogers. He goes out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can pick up the first without scoring. Scanning the field is St. Clair. Picked off inside the 20, and they snuff out the threat. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
Reese, I know you're a little bit of a front runner, so you probably would quit. You probably sub yourself out and take yourself out of the game. But I like that they're continuing to fight. Keep fighting. You never know what's going to happen. Actually, you know what? I know you're not going to win, but it doesn't matter. Keep fighting to the very end.
Fresh setter downs going to the air. He lofts one down the sideline. Interception, and things are going from bad to worse. Looking for more room. Lowers those pads. And a super return as he takes it all the way down to the 24-yard line.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback. And DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
So here comes the Buckeye offense onto the field. And after that interception, things quite comfortable. Big lead, clock winding down. They should be able to take care of business here.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
And the Buckeyes with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Tavian St. Clair. Under pressure. Going for 6. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
And I would say they got him exactly where they didn't want him as a defense. All that speed, he gets outside the pocket, rolling to his right. You think he's going to take off. How about he tries to throw the football, can't fit it in there, throws the incompletion. The defense was scared for a second there.
The incomplete pass brings up third down. Got a little grass. Sweet spin. Touchdown, Ohio State. And they take it in for 6 more points. They are finishing the deal, building the lead here in the 4th, and they are going to go to 7-0.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week. Looking down the middle. And they're not on the same page there.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes, bring the speed on the field, and get ready to play the pass.
They don't need a bunch on 2nd down. Making the adjustment on the play. Wilson will throw. He wants to go deep. Brings it down on the right side. Lots of running room. Touchdown, Hoosiers! He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch it. Ready to try the point after. Right down the boulevard. They wasted no time on that drive. Got it on their 25, and 2 plays later, they're in the end zone. On the return, it's Cross. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They had this thing in a hammerlock at halftime, and now they are really ratcheting up the pressure, David.
And I tell you what, this offense doesn't have to change a thing, Palmer. They've done what they wanted in the first half and starting off the second half in the same fashion.
And I like how they're letting different guys get involved, too. They've got so many different playmakers all over the field.
They can really be aggressive after that last play at 2nd and 3. Finding space. Turning it on. Breaks the tackle. All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move.
Well, his legs haven't been a big factor in this game up to now. He picks the perfect moment in the 4th quarter to rip off his longest run of the game.
This time stopped behind the line of scrimmage, and they're probably saying, finally, what a night he's had.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
St. Clair. Got his man in the middle. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
You know, the defense, they just haven't been able to find an answer for this guy throughout the course of the game. Obviously, he's got 2 touchdowns, picks up the first down there. They've tried doubling him. They've tried man coverage, zone coverage. Nothing working on defense. They can't stop him.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. The Buckeyes with the 1st and 10. Might have a chance. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another 1st down. The Buckeyes want to pick up the tempo.
Big reason why his team has the lead right now late is because of his performance running the football. Well over 100 yards in this game. They knew that they were going to have to really put a lot of pressure on him. He'd have to shoulder the load, and he has delivered for his offense all game long.
And the Buckeyes kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work.
Here we go. Ready. Go, go.
Tries to do it himself. There he goes. He'll be brought down inside the 10-yard line at the 9.
You can tell, man, really made a point for this offense to run the football, to be physical and defensively. Already getting behind in this football game, not stopping the run on this drive. They've got to get more aggressive. They've got to get more physical on that line of scrimmage.
And while the game is all but decided, why not try to get another one if you can? That's part of the fun, right? Pulls it and runs it again.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Throwing St. Clair. Rush right in his face. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long. Back to pass, it's St. Clair. He wants it all. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
You know, I'll give it to the defense here. Obviously, it has not been their day, and this offense has gone up and down the field lighting up the scoreboard, but you're still seeing this defense compete. And on 3rd and long, expecting pass, everybody on the same page, get the incompletion. That's something positive that their coaching staff can point to when they were...
Now, the offense is still out there. They're taking a gamble here. They could come up empty by passing on the field goal here on 4th down. Timeout on the field and 4 ticks left to go. The sportsmanlike thing to do might be victory formation. The stat hog would kick a field goal here. And he curls that thing just inside the left upright. And they just tack on a little more to this gargantuan lead.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, 4th quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
Number 96, set to kick this one away.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. One more play to pad the stats. Snap on 1st down, wants to throw. Rush is on. They got him. Great pressure by this defense.